crazy, bro. Yo.
Yo. What's going on, Nino?
Not too much. I just got done like seething for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Please, for the love of God, tell me that you did more than just have a stolen vehicle.
I was sitting in a stolen vehicle. That was it initially until the very end of the chase where I opened fire on one officer. And they didn't know I had a gun at this point, by the way. So, like, the original why I'm being pursued is because of a stolen vehicle.
Everyone,
DJ,
yeah,
DJ got locked up, right? So DJ got arrested, but he didn't shoot, and he literally got sent up for obstruction of justice. So he had to deal with 45 units with class 2 spiking at 130 for obstruction of justice.
I don't even know how to talk about this anymore. Like, I genuinely don't. My struggle here is, this is... Let's start with what I know. And I want to start with this, SK. Is I appreciate the fact that you know how to talk, because I think everyone's forgotten that. And the thing that I'm worried about is that there are entities on every end of the spectrum that literally just want a reason to kill each other. And I don't know how to even talk about these problems anymore when there are cops going up on Twitter and suiciding on there. Come and get me, pussy. Don't worry. When you come and shoot us, I'm going to just wake up and it's not going to be a problem. And then no one does anything to them. But it's also on the other end of the spectrum. And let me stop by saying, do you know what happened immediately after our conversation where Peters was shot?
No.
About 15 minutes later, the marshals called me and Peters about that meeting. 15 minutes, SK. And I'll give you my fucking phone logs.
About what? And they was calling about what? Like, why were you in that meeting?
Saint called Ventura, who then called Nakota, who then went to the marshals about that meeting.
I see.
So now there's a couple problems here because I've now been snitched on by this fucking pussy rat bitch. Which now means, now don't get me wrong, neither of us are going to get in trouble, but what the fuck does he know? And because Saint is just, I'm going to be just straightforward, is fucking brain dead. This guy, I baited him out, him admitting he did so. So now I've got an issue here because I'm now in a position where, look, it doesn't go without saying I was voted in by the gangs. I don't give a fuck about the cops. You drop a bomb on them, whatever. But now I got a fucking rat bitch who's literally going to marshals and Blaine County ratting out meetings. What was his intent?
Now,
Now,
so
how
he called Ventura on the reason that Peter's got, like, he spoke about, like, oh, Peter's got shot because you pushed the block or whatever, and then that let slip of what the meeting was.
But I don't even know. That's a conversation for him, right? And so now I'm at this crossroad, right? Because I've got dumb cops on one end that here's the thing, right? So, bro, I don't even know how to make sense of anything. It's I'm kind of at that crossroad where it's like, I want to stop this, but it's like, what do you do when you got gangbangers snitching on cops or snitching to cops?
They are in a ego-fueled outrage right now, the cops. First thing Ventura tweeted today when he woke up was, stay out of MRPD, to mock the whole stay out the South Side thing. Off rip. As soon as he wakes up.
Okay. Ventura, did you have a photo of this? Is it on your thing?
It will still be on the timeline if you search Ventura.
Yeah, but I just woke up, doesn't it? Hold on.
No, just search Ventura and then you should be able to scroll down and
just got evicted.
Says, stay out of MRPD, full stop. It'll be the first thing he tweeted when he woke up.
So I'm gonna give you, see, here's, look, I'm gonna tell you this, right? And let me put it this way. I'm gonna tell you, but I need you to like keep this to you and your boys, and it does not go to Saint, because he's gonna leak this shit, and then I'm out of office, and then, you know, at that point, who fucking knows what happens next, right?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now that after that meeting, Den has been made very clear that TRT may get removed because of this bullshit. As a consequence of this, he's also been told that he has to lock his guys in. This is what's happening on the PD side of things, right? Okay. This was not only after our initial phone call at the little meeting we had over at before.
So was that before what happened yesterday?
Correct. No, that
they
was
knew
when,
that and
when,
then did that show a full.
No, see, SK, I want you to remember something, that the PD is not like. PD moves like molasses. If you told your gang to do X, Y, and Z, and all other gang leaders, you guys are locked in like right then and there, right? PD is literally the most red tape, slow-brained, slow executing. They need to be slapped across the face for like an entire 24, 48 hours before things actually happen. You with me? So after our meeting at Legion Square, those statements were made.
Love the content.
He was told to fucking chill the fuck out. And then, what do you call it? Then we had the meeting. During that meeting,
cop that just tweeted that.
Let me see.
Mendez.
Is that a cop?
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Sorry to fucking jump in there,
no,
but
no,
I saw that
good.
shit and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, MDT is scuffed. So they went down to forum. Why? I don't know. From my understanding, it wasn't even Den. He was, well, I forgot what he said. Now here's the problem, is that I'm solely learning that Den is just like, Den is a liar.
Yep.
And
I'm glad you realized that.
Well, it's hard to know because, I'm not a cop, right? So I got to go based on what the cops tell me and what you guys tell me, right? And but you're right. Like he does like real rat shit. You know what I mean? Like he will. And I noticed this because before all of this happened, we had talked like on Monday, right? And I went to Den and I said, why do you have a bunch of fucking morons in your TRT group, and you're letting, like, if your job as a cop is to slow crime down, how do you have people in your unit fucking baiting their life on the line? And he's like, oh, I've never seen that. You know what I mean? So like
he says that, and then
stupid.
in another breath, he arrests one of my boys yesterday and says to pass on the message to the manor that we run the streets, you just live there.
I need. Who did he say that to?
Dre.
I'm telling you right now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm fucking gonna do what I can to shut down at TRT then.
The thing is, right?
Yeah.
At this point, my heat, like, I don't really get heated about this shit. I can feel disrespected and I'll do shit about it. But yesterday actually pissed me off. Like with dealing with the amount, like I've never in my time seen that many cops in one place at one time. And it was just, bro, it was pure gang energy. It was, you are warring a gang that's got a lot more members than you. So they've come down to your turf to stand there and go, hey, look, we got this many people. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, well, at this stage, it's gonna change. Otherwise, there's a new chief of police.
Okay.
It's that simple. Now I need you, SK, to give me time. Politics is fucking shit, but I want you to like soak this in. Is that Saint is working with Blaine County. Now, I know that I don't know how long you've known this guy. I don't know how close he is to you, but I want you to just like ask him yourself. What was those phone calls about? The second thing I want you to consider here is who came down and led this operation yesterday by your own admission. And I told you this 2 days ago, that how bad it's getting. And why are they not doing anything about Ventura? I have a marshal right now.
Yesterday, if you tell me anyone in the fucking department who's instigating, they'll be fired. And Ventura gave me this whole spiel about if there's people that are doing this, you should let us know and all that. I said, you're one of them. And then he just claimed that he never said any of the shit that he said.
That's the problem. You know why I didn't go to the gang meeting? The one that you had set up?
Yeah.
I was up in Blaine County for 2 hours as we were hearing the undersheriff scream at Peters. He told me I'm a gang criminal sympathizer, right? Number two, well, which I am, but I don't know how the fuck he knows that. Number two, it's fucking internal drama. There's a marshal right now that is currently investigating their accounts because he himself is wondering why it is that all these things are getting stirred up in the South Side and why everyone is getting processed in Blaine County. I want you to understand that Blaine County has no money. There being wars down here gets them money. Where were you processed yesterday?
Oh, you'll love this. So I had the entire PD chase me. I shot cops at Pillbox. I went down at Pillbox and I was processed at BCSL.
Are you seeing what I'm saying? We have 80 million in our account. They get paid $1,000 an hour. They're cops. Cops down here get paid $2,500. Who are the cops down here? You got fucking Carmine Costello, Peach, like fucking like people that aren't trying to start shootouts.
I have another good one for you on BCSL if you want this. Yesterday I had a run-in with Carmine. You know how Carmine is, right? You know, he sometimes can slip up, but I'm not the type of person that's out to get Carmine in any trouble. He had a situation where he shot a bullet at me because I was attacking him, right? I was unarmed, but I was attacking him. He was the only unit. He was threatened, whatever. Yeah. No biggie. I'm not pressed about it. I don't want to press charges. I told Bones what happened. It was like pretty all right. And then I think Derek from BCSO, I told what happened, and he suspended Carmine for 24 hours. But he's in a different department, so I don't know how the fuck that is even possible.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. While someone else, 2 other officers got other cops killed. And guess what happened with them? Nothing. You know what happened? Screaming at Daisy. Who's Derek? How does he look like?
A pink bowl cut.
Declan. You mean Declan Crane?
Yeah, Declan. That would be it, yeah.
No fucking shot. Look,
like I said to Bones, I was like, look, Carmine might have not done shit the right way, but I don't want anything to come from it. It is what it is. Just give me the assault charge, and it is what it is. But yeah, he got fucking suspended for 24 hours.
There's a lot that's currently cooking. I'm not here to tell you don't kill cops, right? I probably would do the same thing. Quite frankly, I'm sort of at that point where I'm just like, what is the point when the marshals are coddling the... Do you understand what I'm saying? How this PD drama is effectively fucking you guys over?
Yeah, no, 100%.
What are your thoughts on Saint and what he did? Do you understand like how much that indirectly fucks you guys?
So with the same situation, I think the way that he's played it with telling Ventura, I don't think he would have been reaching out to Ventura to go, right, this is gonna fuck Nino and Peter's over. I think he was on a egotistical gang phone call of, yeah, we just smoked the arse chief because you guys are moving
3
stupid,
months,
which is then in the process leaked the information that there was a meeting.
You know the reason why we went down there like that, right? Because Peters actually wanted to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I know. Peters is honestly, in my eyes, good for conversation, and I am happy to speak to him like I was there.
I think
me and Andre spoke, right? Like, we
Yeah.
can both see why Saint did what he did given the scenario, but I think bigger picture wise, we can also see why that's not beneficial.
that makes it infinitely more difficult for conversations to even happen, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. So Daisy wants to chat tonight. She needs a time, despite everything that happened. But like, there needs to be. We can't have Saint there. I just don't trust them. That was probably the rattiest shit I've seen a Southsider do in a long fucking time. And like I said, I don't know the guy, so maybe you're right. But understand from my perspective, when I got marshals calling me up 15 minutes later, it's hard to imagine. That means he also name dropped me. And it's hard for me to be like, this guy just wanted to say he smoked Peters. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see from
like,
your angle for sure.
There's, if you wanted to say that, my name would not have come up.
I also think, though, Ventura would have been prying for information from his, like, what could have been a Saint flex with Ventura prying for more information and Saint thinking it's not important.
Saint also told me when I was on the phone with him before we met at Legion Square that he fucks with Ventura, quote unquote.
Well, this is another thing I've found out after the fact.
Yeah.
Ventura, like, when I've pulled up examples of Ventura moving, like he's aggravating people and stuff, he's like, yeah, but I'm cool with these guys. Like, they told me I could call you or whatever. So I think it's what you said previously, right? Where different groups in the city have different problems with different cops, and some people have relationships with some that's all right, and then some don't. But it does make it a little confusing when you've got, for example, someone like Ventura to the Manor. We ain't really on good terms like that. With Saints, they are.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes it very difficult on the other end of the spectrum, right? Because why would the prime instigator that's in TRT, how are you cool with that? I can't, my brain can't process this. And like I said, with you telling me that Bones is the one that led this up, right? None of it makes any sense. Why is the sheriff leading up an operation down in Los Santos County? What really needs to be happening?
The biggest operation that's taken place since the financial collapse. I've never seen that many cops in my fucking 7-8 years in this city in one place at one time.
That was not police. I mean, if you're telling me that, I don't care what. Let's say you're the first person I've spoken to about this, so I don't even know what happened on the other end of the spectrum. But when I sort of like chop this up, right? Let's say, for example, this show of force was a side effect of things that happened previously in the day. If you cannot lead a force to identify a target that's committed a crime and it's just a fucking stolen car, then you're really just disregarding why you do your job.
I wasn't told, get out the car, that's a stolen vehicle. I wasn't given an opportunity to hand it over.
No.
There was no, like, pull the vehicle over. It was just they pulled up, and basically saying, "Hey,
Bro,
what's going on, guys?" And
it's so fucking cringe.
Jason.
I'm still standing here hoping that you tell me that something else happened.
You know what?
Did you shoot any cops that day?
I
before that?
had shot Gen, but they wouldn't have known it was us. And Saints had been shooting cops. But this is so I had about an hour and a half conversation with Bones in the cells, just pressing him on why the fuck that happened. And he said his number one reason was it was a show of force. They're allowed to do those whenever they feel necessary.
No. But Bones said that?
Bones said the show of force can happen whenever they want.
Why is this fucking guy even down here?
And they said that they don't need a crime taking place. They don't need a ping. They don't need anything. They can just go and do a show of force if necessary. And then they said they was down looking for the Saints because the Saints had shot cops. I said, so why the fuck did that lead to you bringing 30, 40 units down Grove Street? And they just said they were just patrolling.
How did it go? Like, okay, where were you? Like, play it out for me.
Okay, so I'm standing on the top of Grove Street, just down from the gas station with probably 3 or 4 other people. I look up the top of the street. I see 25 cop cars turning down the road one by one. They all pull up. I then pull up to them, and I'm like in front of them, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like what you doing? Like, what the fuck is happening? And then I drive down the road. I immediately get pursued. And you know the turn that goes left before the bottom of Grove Street? You go down Grove and then you go left down. Before I even took that turn, so I'm telling you, I'd driven 100 meters. I was slammed into the side of a fucking garage, head-on about 3 times, and had 15 cops trying to box me. I'm also dying of hunger right now. You wouldn't happen to have any food?
No.
Shit.
Can we get... No, we can't. Do you need bandages? I don't have bandages.
I got bandages. I can keep it going.
I am so triggered right now. You have no idea.
That was me yesterday. Like, I had to try to lose the entire police force over a stolen vehicle. Like, I was going down the highway. I went all the way through Palito. I took the left at Route 68.
Yeah.
There was a cop on both sides of the highway before the Route 68 turn, trying to spike while I'm going 130. Upon me turning left to go down Route 68, another cop trying to spike me. And then once I got past that one, there was another intersection where there was another 2 cops set up to spike me also while I'm going 120. They attempted it like 5 times. And you want to know the best fucking thing about it, Nino? They were filming a cop documentary at the time, so the whole thing is on fucking film.
Oh my God. Who? Oh my God. Wait, was it Jasmine and fucking...
And, the guy you're close to. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
Oh my God. Whose side? Who from whose side?
Guess who he was in the car with?
Oh.
And Shiesty.
Oh my God. I just made her lead editor of the news.
He's gonna have as much footage of that push
as
a man could possibly have.
Oh my fucking God. But like I said, things are gonna change. Otherwise, I'm gonna change it myself, even if that means I get kicked out of the office. Because at this point, this is not okay. However, I need your help with this, and I'm going to talk to Andre about it too, is I need to know exactly. Look, I just don't trust what Saint did. I'm not asking you to mark him, like cut him off or whatever the fuck. I just don't trust the guy, and I need to know the truth. And I want you just for a moment to contemplate that even if you understand why he shot, I want you to think about what I said. 15 minutes, Marshall's calling me up. There's more, and him being friends with the prime instigator. Gangs are gonna, at some level, he's in it for himself. And even if I fix this, it's going to require the south side to assist. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not everyone wants peace. Like, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think that, you know, I said this to Bones, like, ultimately, it's not just up to me.
Yeah, of course. Is it just the
There's
three
a lot
of
of
y'all?
different factors.
Like Cypress said they're not involved. I chatted with them.
It's just anyone that resides or spends time in the south side. So it's us, Ballers, Vargos, Saints.
Okay. Can you be around later this evening?
Yeah.
Like, what's your availability? Because Daisy wanted to chat today. I think it's worth talking just to her. I also think Peter's was a mistake. I think Peters wants things to be good, but he's a little bit of an idiot. No, I wouldn't say he's an idiot. He's this is a lot of pressure for him.
Yeah. I mean, it's no secret, right, that the PD have their own internal problems going on, and when they've got this pressure coming from the south side, it's, you know, probably a lot to focus on at one time.
Yeah. There's unfortunately, like, PD brain is so gang mentality that some of that seeps in, where even on they've got ego issues themselves, right? Like, oh shit, they did this, gotta double down.
Yeah, that's what I honestly cannot wait for you to look into that fucking show of force.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him right away.
'Cause that shit was wild. Like, I'm talking to the point where I'm
thank you for the 1 year.
Gunned down, right? And I'm saying to the officers, so what's with all this force? And they're straight up giggling because they know, they don't even know the reason. They just got told, get a class 2, get in a car, we're going.
Bro, I don't. Brother, this shit is so hard to talk about. It's fucking. I don't. I was joking with Michael, who's on my team, that I may need to pass some legislation that you have to fucking roll a D10 or some shit anytime you go to the hospital, like if you're a cop, because like I don't. How do you? I don't know how to. How do you not realize you can't suicide on Twitter? I don't know.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of suicide on Twitter.
Right now?
Bro, that I am telling you right now, if you get your MDT working, that guy that tweeted about the criminal scum in the south side is 100% a cop.
Oh, yeah. You said the Jorge Mendez.
Jorge Mendez, free the south side of criminal scum. There ain't no way that guy's not a cop.
I feel like I would know the guy's name. You have to, for all I know, it's like someone's dumb cousin, you know what I mean?
Zale replied to that twat who is a Saints member saying, ain't you trying to be a cop and you're already saying this? So maybe he's like a cadet or someone who's applied or some shit, I don't know.
Is there anything you need me to do, like, directly? At the end of the day, right, SK, I can only do so much, right? But I need your help in this.
Honestly, the only thing I ask is just keep me in the loop.
Okay.
Because I like to, like, it's no secret that there's pressure being put on by my crew in the south side.
Yeah.
To these cops. But I also am aware that there's two sides to pressure, and pressure in the streets and political pressure are two very different things.
Yeah. As long as you, I guess, understand that I'm just a figurehead. At the end of the day, it's Angel that makes the calls. All my power stripped. The only thing I can do is remove the chief of police, but that's not going to do shit when, you know, you've got the other side of the island that, you know, is benefiting here.
Yeah,
so,
no, I see that. I also like I have the ability to call off violence if the things like when there's good reason to do so, I can. But so far, every day I've been around, I'm presented a new reason why I shouldn't.
We need that conversation to happen, and maybe a set of what I want to see come out of a meeting is that some kind of like, this is gonna sound stupid as shit, but like I can't think of a better option. Like some kind of like peace agreement. Because I think what you said to Daisy was entirely reasonable.
I mean, yeah, we like the way I see it, the what should be expected when we're not in a period of violence like this is cops will navigate around the south side, go about their day. They will respect turfs. If they orchestrate pushes on turfs, they should have the right amount of units and just acknowledge the fact that it could get violent. It doesn't need to get violent outside of turfs.
Yeah.
But they just need to treat those areas as volatile areas and just respect that they need to be prepared for it.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. I think I need to fly in more cops.
Oh, it's okay. I can get back up.
You don't need to, SK. This is for Peters. Hey, let me help you up.
Get back.
Oh my God.
I should definitely hit up the food court after this.
Well, yeah, I need food myself too. Do you have a warrant?
I don't think so. I went to prison last night and I haven't really done anything since, so.
All right.
I'm good.
I mean, look, you heard my concerns, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you guys kill each other, it's not like any skin off my back. But, you know, how am I... If I can't go to a meeting with you guys without marshals up my ass, it's kind of an issue.
The thing is with me, right? Regardless of how I'm carrying myself on the streets or directing my people to be on the streets, when I come to a meeting in this kind of capacity, I don't bring violence. It's just not what I do.
Look, I believe you. At the end of the day, I know that Saint doesn't know who the fuck I am. I don't know who the fuck he is. But, you know, I don't even have a problem with the guy outside of, like, I've never moved like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How the fuck do we get out?
This way.
All right, my car's down the bottom. But let me know about the Daisy thing, and if you need to meet up or you need to fucking talk, just let me know.
Yeah. You're not gonna outshoot them. These guys are fucking psychos. Aware.
Yeah, that's not, I don't think, you know, I'm not delusional. If I call things to happen violently, it's not going to be trying to outpower them. It's just not possible.
Yeah. All right.
But weakening them and, you know, showing warnings and stuff, I feel is more my way of doing things.
Yeah, well, how did that go?
There's been times it's worked. There's been times it hasn't.
The fact that cops were able to just drive down with 40 units and nothing happened is fucking insane.
Yep,
like, I almost want you guys to, like, I almost want the south side to just get 20 people, you know what I mean?
But this is the thing. While I was being chased by that amount of PD,
Yeah.
I was saying to my boys on the radio, like, am I in a bad spot if I call the other Southside members right now? And
No,
just
no,
get
don't
everyone set up?
actually,
Like,
don't actually do that.
Yeah, I'm not
But
gonna,
but it's
like,
kind of one of those
you get
things
my
where it's
point,
like,
though,
what
innit?
are they? Like, I don't know. It's just.
What
I
do you
don't
do
know.
in that scenario? Like, there's nothing I can do to even put a dent in what they're doing there, and they know that, which is why they did it.
Okay. Let me set up the meeting. Do keep your expectations right. If you've got names. If you got names, please send me names, and I'm gonna see what I can do. But look, at the end of the day, I'm just a fucking simple politician, you know. Man, unless I find a trunk full of RPGs, but that's not happening anytime soon.
Well, if you do, let me know.
Yep. All right. You take care.
I'm gonna go get food before I die, but I appreciate you, Nino.